Well, I am gonna start the show like this. Today I'm not on, but Spencer Fearon, as we all know, is late, and so because of that, just so that everyone doesn't. Hold on, this is him phoning me. Wait there. Okay, he's gone. So I've had to break camp to come and start this show, which Spencer Fearon said that he wanted to do this evening. I'm working, but because I don't want the people to be late, because I don't want the people to be late, because I don't want the people. Hold on, look, what's this?
I don't know what's happening with the Wi-Fi. It wasn't working, so I'm just reconnecting now.
Bruv, did you not just hear that? Let me play that message to you again.
I don't know what's happening with the Wi-Fi. It wasn't working, so I'm just reconnecting now.
Bruv, I just don't know how Spencer could ever run a business. It's no. I'm not going on the camera. I'm not on tonight. This is Spencer's show. This is Spencer's show. And he can't even attend his own show on time. This brother will be late to his own funeral. I'm going to play this message again. Spencer Fearon, listen.
I don't know what's happening with the Wi-Fi. It wasn't working, so I'm just reconnecting now.
So Spencer Fearon, this is a man who's worked in TV before. This is a man who's worked in TV that decides to check whether his connection is working 2 minutes before you go on air. Does that even make sense? So somebody needs to explain to me. Why do we continue this nonsense week in, week out? And I don't even want you lot to see my face because it's not my show. Spencer, Gary, obviously he's just had a newborn. He's doing his old, he's doing his old putting the baby to bed palaver. But bro, I'm not here. Here we go. So please, everybody, let me introduce to you the man who is known as the Late Show. The one, the only, Spencer Fearon. And I'm gone. But let me just say it in parting. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down, Tun. Even though you're gone, I don't know what was going on. The thing weren't working. And Tun just came in. That's right. My Wi-Fi is made out of wood. Clifton Mitchell just learned that today. You want to tell her you like Clifton?
Well, man.
We can't see your face, brother. Thank you very much. I am very consistent with this thing. I'm not no computer man. I can't see your face, Clifton.
Well, man. You soon see it. What they like then? Oh, well on, light. Well on, man. We soon start to talk.
Nah, this week, South Rider is not. It's actually Clifton Mitchell, former European title challenger, former manager. Clifton, we really can't see your face, you know.
Hold on. I'll let me go inside. Hold on. Go inside a minute then. Me and make you up. Hold on. Wait a minute, my mate. Turn off this thing here. Hold on.
Well, he's doing that. Well, the major thing with the people on the fight is right is that it is now come up that Anthony Joshua has accepted the offer by Tyson Fury and Frank Warren's office, and no, Hussein, I'm not eating no Krispy Kremes today. Has accepted the offer. Thank you very much, Clifton Mitchell. Now we can see you, but now the Wi-Fi is playing up. Clifton's most probably gonna have to. Yeah, we got you now.
No. Hold on. Where's me the key? 1 second. I'll be with you in 1 second, mate. I'm just trying to sort something out.
Yeah, we can see you, Clifton, as you're walking through your big house.
It's not as big as yours, mate. I'm on about your house.
Bro, what are you walking back in the dark for?
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
You're just running up poor Tundi and Jai's blood pressure in the back. I can just hear Tundi running off his little bubble mouth right now.
That's better, son.
Nah, brother. Now it's chipping out now, Clifton, man. Come on, man.
Right. I'll be with you 1 second. I'm just.
The two of you couldn't organize a piss up in a brewery. Clifton, where are you? You there?
Yeah, what? I'm glad that Clifton's got difficulty working this thing, 'cause Clifton's older than me.
Can you hear me, Spencer?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The two of you.
I heard you the first time.
The two of you just come from a fresh boat from Jamaica. The two of you.
Air this you.
The two of you just.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
He said you just come off on a boat from Jamaica.
Well, the two of you.
I can't really hear him still, though. No?
That's because you got to turn the sound on, mate.
It is on, isn't it?
Clifton to Earth. We got a thing. We got a thing called the internet, mate.
Remember me say, me a backbench, you know.
Bro, you man are still opening.
I can't even do this sound. I'm gonna have to have my missus to sort this out. Come here, a backbench, you know. For real.
Bro, thank God for women because, bro, the pair of you are lost. Spencer, I'm gone anyway. I'm gone.
Later, man.
How come I can't hear the sound?
Yeah, thanks for logging me on anyway, son. Yeah, Port L Finances, big up Muscle Head.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Mitchell. Your husband's clueless when it comes to technology.
They never lie when they say money can't buy brains. Clifton, you're still moving in the 60s, mate. You're still in the 60s, bro. Clifton's got a Sega Mega Drive in his yard.
Brother. We're in now.
No, he hasn't. He's got an Atari Tundi.
ZX81. Remember ZX81?
Mother?
It's because I got love for you that I'm just not leaving you lot to it. But I gotta go. I gotta go back to work, man. You lot are messing up my work.
Shut up, Tundi.
How come I can't see you then now? What are you done to it?
Is the camera on?
The camera's on.
No,
There's supposed to be a split screen.
We can see you, Clifton.
We can see you, Clifton. Let's leave it at that, man.
Why? You just bothered about them seeing you?
No. Can't see you now.
Clifton, just stay where you are in that light, man. We can see you.
Yeah,
we can see your crusty old hand.
Right, Daniel Gray said Clifton's got a Commodore 64, you know.
Clifton's using Windows 95, mate.
Me? When I use computer, I just pen and paper.
Yeah. Old school. I know this. Anyway, let me leave you, gentlemen. I hope you have a good. I'll be listening, but I've got work to do. But Clifton, big up. You know your family.
Yeah. One love every time. Sunday. Did you get your auntie from? I've seen her outside the Buckingham Palace. Did you pick her up?
No, mate. It was, bro, you know me, bro. I ain't got nowhere near no Queen jokes, bro.
No, I'm not. I didn't say I just seen her outside Buckingham Palace.
Nah. I'm not going nowhere near no Queen jokes.
No, mate.
All right, my man.
Next time, you'll have a bomb out. You'll have some man outside your yard, stuff.
Yeah. Have a good evening, the two of you.
Yeah.
I'll be listening. All right, love.
Oh my goodness gracious. What are you troubling the thing for now? We're tired of seeing your big black hand, you know, brother.
Sorry. I'm back now.
Right. I'm saying like this. The Fury fight got Anthony Joshua has come out. His team 258 has made a statement saying that they're accepting what has been offered from Team Fury, and they're talking about the fight going on in Cardiff at Principality Stadium.
It's not going to go down Wembley.
Yeah, I know. Principality Stadium.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this money with him thing, yeah, sir?
I'm just trying to keep it so it doesn't fall over.
What are you doing, brother? What are you doing?
Not bad. There we go. I'm back.
What are you doing?
All right, carry on.
Brother. Yeah. So that's the talk that they've accepted. It's gone out. This is too funny today. That it's been accepted. What exactly are your thoughts? Because I'm gonna rewind it now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewind it to the summer of last year, when AJ stood in the ring against Usyk for the first time.
Yeah.
And the talk was that he turned to you and says, "What would you do in this fight?" I'm just paraphrasing, but it's something like that. Because I watched back the fight today, you know, and I'm seeing you whisper in Anthony Joshua's ear.
Well, you know what? You know, at the weigh-in, he came across and he had a little bit of a banter with him. He says, "Yeah, man, you do this," and I'm like, "Well, cool." So when he got in the ring on the night, which is very, very strange for someone to be asking for that type of advice about a minute before you're about to fight. So obviously he wasn't too sure what he wanted to do, or he wanted to see if I was on the same page as him. One of the two, I don't really know. But he was going, yeah, you're just going to keep that lead hand up. Yeah, I'll do it. I said, no, man. I said, get into him and get out. Get in, get out. I said, you've got to beat this kid up. But like I said, it's funny that he even asked me at that. It's more that he never really was confident in the game plan, because I think he had about 3 different game plans going into that fight.
Well, he came up second best in that fight.
Yeah.
And he come up second best in the second fight. He's come up second best again. Now there's talk of this AJ fight, the AJ versus Fury fight, and Fury making an offer to him. What's your thoughts on that?
I think Tyson knows that he's got him right where he wants him now, hasn't he? Especially Frank Warren. Frank Warren's that old wily cat, isn't he? And he knows this is the time to jump onto him, because he's even more vulnerable now than ever before. For me, that's my personal opinion on it. I think that what I would get him to, I think what Eddie should get him to do, what I think he wanted him to do, is have a couple more fights, then go for him. At least milk the cow a few more times, get some more money out of him, get some more pay-per-views, and then stick it in. But I do think that Eddie was right, rather than him going straight back into this fight, because I think he could be under some serious pressure. And his mental state after the fight is more alarming to me, could be alarming to me, rather than the fight, you know?
Well, you know what? It's like, this how I'm looking at it is this. AJ won you go count back on AJ's fights. So AJ lost against Andy Ruiz, won the rematch against Andy Ruiz. Then he goes in and fights what's his name? Pulev. Beats Pulev. Then after Pulev, he fights Usyk. He loses to Usyk, then he loses again to Usyk. So you go count back on AJ's last 5 fights.
Yeah.
Right.
Five.
Yeah, you go back last 5 fights, the odds don't look good for him.
No. It doesn't look good for him anyway. I just don't think, I know Tyson personally, trained him, done his corner. And I've seen AJ up close twice, and I just feel that I think he has the same problem, but an even bigger problem than he had with Usyk. This kid now he's got a bigger version of Usyk, if you know what I mean. A bigger, more dangerous, harder hitting version. And I've seen that thing that Barry M put up today that he thinks that AJ can punch harder than Tyson. I don't think he can. I really don't think he can. I think Tyson punches a lot harder. Now he's sitting down in his shots. Now he's with Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill's getting to sit down in these shots now. That's the reason why he's going to take people out. Understand? And I really do think he wants to do an absolute assassination job on Joshua. I really do. I think it's not going to be pretty. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think he's going to try and put really. I think Tyson.
Yeah.
He might
Clifton, can you please turn off your TV in the background for copyrights?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The wife just generally watching some cooking program.
And regardless of that, they'll get you for copyrights.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll send you the bill.
No, it's not my wife the bill. She's the one that's watching stupidness.
No, I'll send it to you. But what I'm trying to say, Cliff, like, if you were in Andy Joshua's shoes right now, what would you do?
To be honest, I think...
No, I want you to lie to me, brother.
Okay, I'll lie. Okay, I'll take the fight. No, really, truly, I won't take this fight right now. I think it still can be made in next year. It still can be made. It's not even a problem. I would have another camp, He hasn't even got a corner team now, has he? Angel Fernandez, that's the one that stayed with him. I think he's got rid of Robert Garcia. I think he's gone. So he's in turmoil right now. He just needs to find a settled team that understand him. But like I said, I think Joshua's only going to do what he's going to do. He's his own man, isn't he? So then again, you know, what else could happen? I think that they could actually stretch it out, and then pull out last minute, like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did to him. So Eddie, that might be a little tricky. Eddie might want to play. You don't know, do you?
Well, this is the thing. What I'm saying is this, right? I believe, like, at this present moment in time, Anthony Joshua needs to rebuild, right? 100%. I think he needs to rebuild confidence. And if he's taking his fight now. It's like, what would stop this fight from not happening is like, before we went through the same long out where it was meant to happen out in the Middle East, and the fight didn't happen. Both men agreed, both men signed. Think about this. This is when it first happened. It was 2 years ago, you know. Right.
But I'll tell you what, though. Yeah. Or you're talking about the Middle East. This might be another trick, yeah. Frank Warren, could be trying to making these Saudis jump a bit quicker so they get more money. We'll have it. That type of thing, you know what I mean? So if they say we're going to do it, they'll step in and say, now we'll take this fight off you. You know what I mean? That might be a thing.
It could be. Yes, Bobby Wright, thank you for the 449. Yeah, big up you as well, my brother. What's that? Balfour just said, like, Anthony Joshua should go back to Robert McCracken.
Not a bad shout.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but you know why? Because I know for a fact Robert McCracken would have watched that last fight and said, "Look, I could have done that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think really and truly now, if you, he's got to understand that he doesn't need the money, so he's not doing it. It's not his last fight, and he's going to just cash out. He's already got bundles. Understand? So he doesn't need to take this fight right now. Why does he need to take this fight now? There's no need. That's what I'll be saying to him. There is no need to take that fight. And it's not like, what's he got a chance? I think he's got a 20% chance maximum of winning him. That's my personal opinion right now.
Okay. Well, have you ever worked with Joshua? Have you ever done any work with him?
No. I've never done any work with him, but he likes to ask me my opinion, which is very weird. Then he likes to ask. I think, but it's not just me. He asks everybody their opinions on certain things, you know. So
okay.
He's a man that likes asking a lot of people opinions. But like I said, you know, you can keep picking until you pick poop. You know what I mean?
Yep. Adam Beanie Smith says, Spence, no one wants to see Joshua fight bums though. He's received a gift with this Fury offer. If Joshua fights Martin Bakoli or someone similar, he could lose and he'll get less percent for the Fury fight.
So what's
I agree. Big up my sister, Miss Shiesty. She just jumped on here as well. Big up Shiesty.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying this right. I don't think Joshua would lose to Martin Bakoli.
No,
I don't.
I think. Listen, there's only one person. There's two people that he's got to fight in this, really. That's Mike Tyson, yeah. And if he wants to get his revenge, he's got to go back to Usyk. I'll just leave Usyk out of the way. It's a little bit like Tyson boxing Deontay Wilder again. It doesn't make no sense. Understand? So, Usyk's just better. Simple. You just got to be honest with yourself. The kid's just better than you. You know. Also, think if you he's only wanted to box them. So why out? He hasn't really got a camp at the minute. He hasn't got no stable. So he's now going to try and find a new coach, which
it's not enough time.
No.
And I'm telling you this now. I don't think this Tyson Fury fight will elude him. Right?
No,
I
you
don't
can
think
always have it,
if he keeps on winning, I don't think Tyson Fury's going to say, "Well, all right then. Well, I'm the best of the generation, but you never fought Anthony Joshua." And he's going to think, "Right, you know what? Come on, I'm going to mash up Anthony Joshua." What's happened is this, and I'm hearing from very good sources. They've put it out to Usyk, and I think Usyk was injured. Right? They put it out to Usyk. Usyk just returned back home to the Ukraine now after being away for how many months? Right?
Yeah.
They put it out to Usyk. Usyk saying, okay, then we'll make the fight, but there's got to be no in-between fights. So I think Usyk's waiting out to hear, like, to become the recipient of more money. And I think Tyson Fury is saying, well, I ain't sitting down waiting for you because I want to be active because I'm on this thing now. I want to be fighting. So I want to be fighting and I want to fight. He put the offer out. He put the offer out to Anthony Joshua. And we've seen now that Anthony Joshua accepted. I see what 258 Management, this was on their Instagram page. 258 Management, 258 and Matchroom Boxing can confirm on behalf of Anthony Joshua that we've accepted all terms presented to us by the Fury team for this fight on December the 3rd, last Friday, due to the passing of the Queen. It was agreed to halt all communications. We are awaiting a response.
I reckon, it doesn't happen. That's my personal opinion. I can't see it happening. And now somebody needs to talk to Joshua's team, and tell them to, if they want longevity in this sport, stay away from Tyson for right now.
Okay, why would you say that?
Because Tyson will do an absolute job on him.
Yeah?
That's my personal opinion. I don't think, look, like I just said to you earlier, he's a bigger version and a bigger puncher than Usyk, but as tricky. Understand?
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. If you look at it, both fighters, Usyk, if Usyk was a big puncher, he would have stopped Tyson. I mean, Anthony Joshua. Tyson will definitely stop him. That's my opinion, and take it as you leave it.
All
but
right.
I think Tyson absolutely does an absolute job on him, and if that happens to him, it's a very, very hard thing to come back mentally from. Not physically, mentally. It's going to be very hard for Anthony Joshua to come back from that. Very, very hard. Especially when this has been, how can I put it? A fight that's been brewing for so long. Like you said, it's over 2 years ago from the first time when they had that disagreement with the contracts and bits and bobs, arbitration and all that. So for me, I think he needs to rebuild, get his team back. It's not right. It's not right. Nothing's right about it for him. It's all going the wrong way. And taking his fight is going to double do him a problem. That's what I think.
SS10 says, ask Clifton, what does Ty think of AJ in sparring?
Well, I can't answer my son's question. But all he said was that he's very strong, he hits hard, but Ty's very tricky, isn't he? He's a very tricky fighter. So Ty said he didn't have too much of a problem. But like I said, if he had 10 ounce gloves on in there, it's a massive problem sparring with him. But like I said, Ty's only a light heavyweight. So He said that it was easier than I thought it was going to be. Put it like that.
Okay. This is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. Everyone knows that Ty is very tight with Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
right? I don't get this part here. I'm not having no man who's tight with a man that I could be fighting. I'm not sparring with you.
Yeah. But you know what? Every time anybody's going to box Usyk, yeah, they'll always want Ty to spar with him. They'll always want Ty to spar with him. And I think they should have had him on his last on the last camp and should have kept him. Nothing to do with power, just his movement and his awkwardness would have given him some idea, even though he boxed him before. But I also think Tony Bellew has always said to them, "You need Ty in the camp. You need Ty." Said it to Chisora, said it to Anthony Joshua, but they always seem to not want to take us up on it. Don't know why. But like, I understand what you're saying. But there's only Ty. There's only one Ty. Ty's the only one that can slightly replicate what Usyk does, just with his own, you know.
Yeah, because
sometimes you have to be a bit business-like and not personal, because of the way that Usyk boxes being a southpaw as well. There isn't many southpaws that can do that. So there's no sparring with him once. If you're going to do it, you might as well just keep him in the camp, ain't you? Rather than just doing it once.
yeah, for real. But regardless of this, yeah, I'm not doing that. And yeah, listen, Adam Beanie Smith, very good thing. He said Spence, Lawrence Okoli was out in America helping Fury get ready for Wilder. Look how close he was to Joshua. Fury is just a better fight all round. Now, I'm saying this, right? I found that weird when they said, well, we're gonna get Lawrence Okoli in for sparring when they brought him out to America. This was for the first Wilder fight they brought out.
Yes, the very first one,
right?
yeah.
For the first fight, right? And I found it weird that they did that because I know like all their secrets and all the camp and everything else, that's gonna get reported right back to Team AJ.
Yeah.
But when we look at it, even though like Team AJ is Team AJ, Lawrence Okoli ain't with Team AJ no more.
No, he's
Right?
Team McCauley, isn't it?
Right, he's Team McCauley. Like Lawrence Okoli is Team McCauley, right? So when I was looking at that, I was saying like, boy, so I was asking him all the things like, how did you find the spar? I was asking Lawrence, how was it? He said, yeah, it was good. It was like Tyson's very good, but it was a good spar. But I know like all the tricks and everything else gone. But I know Lawrence ain't tight to AJ like how Ty is tight to Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's the difference,
Right?
isn't it? Yeah.
There's a massive difference. So
You
there's
can guarantee, that Tyson rang him straight after. How'd you get on, bud?
Listen, he never even got out of the ring properly. He took off the gum
He's
shield.
probably ringing him in the gym, and he couldn't answer the phone.
I'm telling you. So off of them things, I'm looking. I'm saying, boy, I don't really get that one there, you know. But you know what it is. What it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying like,
you know, you've asking me, how do you see it?
How do I see that fight?
How do you see the fight? Yeah, how do you see the fight going?
Right now, I've said this so many times. Right now, I think Joshua needs to be mentally prepared, right, and have the right team around him, because he would have to war Tyson Fury, right? And we've seen man try to war him and never work. And like for one shot, magnetism and power punching, no one don't hit harder than Deontay Wilder for one shot knockout power.
No, not one punch power.
Right? Now, also I'm saying on a cumulative effect with, thank you very much, Paul Finance, yeah? I'm saying I would like to see Anthony Joshua rest. So you can't, it's never been done in heavyweight history that a man has lost
twice,
2 fights on the trot, then gone in for a world title and won it.
Do you know what I'd like?
Never happened.
Do you know what I'd like Anthony Joshua to do? Take 6 to 8 months off from boxing. Just live his life for a bit, stay out of the public eye, just live his life, and then decide if he really wants to do it. Because really now, I think what's happening is he's like being forced into a situation. The using his how can you call it? How much how much of a man he is? You can't turn this down. But like
And
I
that's
said,
a trick, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Alexander Wilson, thank you so much for the $5. He's asking Clifton, what was going through your head during the Steve Cunningham fight, and how did you end up leading the corner?
First thing, how I ended up leading the corner is that his uncle at the time, me and Peter was out. I was helping Peter train him, and this, but Peter couldn't actually get into America. Stopped in Canada. So he said, "You lead the corner." And what was going through my head at the time, end of the second round, as I sat down, I was thinking, please, not on my shift. That's what I was thinking. Not on my shift, please. But I knew he was all right, because if you watch back that film, he was lying on the floor and he was actually brushing his hair like that, thinking to himself, stupid. When he come back to the corner, I said to him, I said, yeah, because that was like within first 10 seconds of round 2, he got clipped. And Cunningham put him on. For me, Cunningham's one of the best kids he's ever boxed, apart from probably Deontay. But I think what happened in the fight was, he come back to the corner, and I said to him, "You're cool." I said, don't punch with it. When he finished punching, then go to work. I said, just wear him down for him. Just keep wearing him down. You'll get to him. About around 5, 6, I said to him, "How you feeling? What can you see?" And he said to me, "You know what I see, Cliff?" I went, "What?" He went, "Knockout. Trust me, he's getting it." And then he ripped him in it. Just manhandled him. Just manhandled him.
Yeah, but I was saying at that time, when Tyson Fury went down in that fight in the second round, yeah, I said to myself, them traveler man are gonna kill Clifton Mitchell.
Yeah, I would have got the blame on that. But you know what? Good corner work, good tactics. You know what I mean? To be fair, he just kept his hands up and just walking him down. So just keep walking him down, keep pressuring him. You'll get to him. And he said to me, "I can see knockout." It was good because nobody expected him. Nobody expected Steve Cunningham to be that good. Well, I didn't understand. I knew he was good, but I thought the funny thing was in the change rooms. I was saying to Tyson, "Go out there, just take your time. You know, we'll be all right. Just stick behind the jab." He went, "Yeah, cool." We jumped in the ring, started smashing his gloves together. Going, come on! I'm thinking, oh my God, he's not listening to a word I'm saying. Crack on. But
like
he's a big, strong, tough, one of a kind. Honestly, one of a kind. Tyson Fury, one of a kind.
okay, because like I remember, like you've been with him from the beginning of his career in those days, yeah.
Like I said, you know, for me, the people say, "Oh, how can we not work with Tyson anymore?" I was working with Peter, and Peter.
Okay.
I was working with Peter. Like I said, I'm not for sale. So if Peter's left him and Peter brought me on board, I ain't gonna say, "Oh, please, Tyson, can I come with you?" I'm not about that. You know what I mean?
I rate that because
Yeah,
enough men ain't like that, you know. Enough men would be big.
No, man, I'm not for sale. You know?
I rate that, Clifton. So I'm saying, like, when like Tyson Fury was with Ben Davison, and then he left Ben Davison, went to Sugar Hill.
Yeah. They're called travelers for a reason.
Okay.
Them travel, man. And they'll take the bits of what they like, you know what I mean? He does. Listen, Tyson's not a type of person that comes to you. And to be fair, he's bought to more people. Look at Ben Davison. Now all of a sudden he's a Hall of Fame trainer and this and that, you know what I mean?
He ain't won no Hall of Fame trainer yet, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean? Trainer of the year, sorry. Trainer of the year.
Was he yeah, bro, right,
trainer of the year. But like I said, it's easy when it's easy to get them type of things when you've got people like Tyson Fury and Josh Taylor and that already up there. So, you know, it's good.
Well, if we look on with Anthony Joshua, and there's talk, no, not talk, like he's not with, my man's been kind of elbowed now, Garcia.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see Anthony Joshua with if he was to go find a trainer?
Me.
Okay.
Or me, Tundi, or he'd probably go back to Robert. Robert knows him better than anyone. You know, I think the reason why they fell out of love is Anthony's probably looking for a little bit more, which is not a problem because at the end of the day you can get stale with the trainer. You can get stale, you know. But he wasn't losing, so why? But then again, you know, if you're not happy, you know, you can't tell any man what to do, you know. But I can tell you this: he does know. Robert knows him better than anybody. He knows exactly what, and I think you can't too many cooks spoil the broth. So I think in that situation, I might be talking out of turn here, but you know, if you bring in that many different coaches in, and this coach, you know, you kind of demining Robert's authority. If you know what I mean? Like, you know, so I think Robert got to the stage where he was going, well, he's got everybody else in. I'll just get paid. You know what I mean? That type of scenario, you know. From a training situation, if you're training somebody and then he's saying, "Oh, I need to bring this guy in. I need to bring this guy in. He's in out." You're like in the corner that on his first fight, there's about 3-4 different people shouting. Yeah, there should be one voice in the corner, as you know, one voice. And if you've got anything to say, as in the corner, you tell the head trainer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't start shouting out like you're in charge. And I think that was probably a bit of disrespect to the trainer, showing that he's not. He probably looked at him and went, "You know what? Everybody's shouting, and the corner's got to be." As you know, you've done the corners, so you know that you've got to have discipline in there. Understand? Especially when it's all right doing the corner when everybody's winning. It's easy, isn't it? You know, when you're suffering some adversity in there, then you find out how good you really are in the corner. You know?
For real. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. The guy that will be the best option to train AJ will be John David Jackson. I'm surprised his team didn't talk to him. John David Jackson
I was talking to him.
Yeah, you was doing work with him.
Yeah.
Remember when John David Jackson came over? I think it was October of 1990. He came over here and he boxed Chris Pyatt.
Yeah.
And for you little younglings, Chris Pyatt was the real deal, you know. That little dual heritage man from Leicester. He used to thump at people's teeth.
Yeah, mate. Unbelievable fighter.
Yeah.
Unbelievable fight. Really top draw.
Yeah, Chris, right. And he schooled Chris Pyatt. Let's not.
Schooled him. Brocked it up, innit?
Schooled him. You know what? I'm going to go watch that. After we finish the show, because I wanted this to be like a quick thing. I've got to talk on it. And I said, if I have to talk on it, then I have to have somebody qualified who's being close to both men, and you work with one and have a guy use you as a confident.
Listen, I've done Anthony Joshua's fight right the way up to the USEC first fight. I've done his security for every fight apart from when he was abroad. Understand?
Yeah.
So my security company's done every fight. So I've seen him up close, personal, a lot of times. Yeah. And you know where I sit. Understand? So I've seen it close and personal, and I've seen improvements. But I've also seen him get where he's in two minds. You can't be in two minds getting into a boxing ring. You've got to be confident in one way or the other. Don't know which way you want to go.
Thank you very much, Paul L. Finance, for the compliment. The knowledge, Spencer. There is no fight my brother doesn't know. You make us proud, bro. Big up. Now, you know what? I just love this sport. That's the thing. I just love this sport. And it's like an honor, like I'm going to be, like I'm doing my bits. And we're back working with Tundi, so I'll be back in the gym very soon as well. That's a mad thing. I didn't think I was ever going to be back in the boxing gymnasium. Like on that aspect. But yeah, big up Tundi for that one. Trust me on that one. And it's worries. That's when the dance is done. That's when we come in the dance. We take off the needle take out the needle off the turntable.
Yeah, man, lift up the needle.
Yeah, it's finished for these little bums out here. But yeah, so like, could you work with these both guys, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think that Anthony Joshua does better than Tyson Fury?
I'll tell you what he does better than Tyson Fury. His physique. That's about it.
Box cover.
And that's about it.
Living blood.
Better than Tyson. Nothing. In my personal opinion, doesn't. Can he beat Tyson Fury? I think it's a very, 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 very tall order. Listen, we might be all wrong. You might go there and clip on because it's heavyweight boxing and you got a chance. But for me, he doesn't do anything better than Tyson. Tyson's it's a little bit like this. You got somebody that started boxing when he was like 8 and 9, yeah, and then you got somebody that started boxing at 19. So it's very hard to catch up. Just natural movements that you can't teach. You don't teach the things that certain fighters do. It's like footballers. You can't teach certain footballers certain things. They just do it, you know. So Tyson's just better in every department. Better engine, better chin, better boxing IQ. Just as determined. Is rough. He can box southpaw. He can box orthodox. And stay southpaw for 12 rounds. Most people switch and switch back. He'll stay there. That's a massive dip. There's more to it than just saying, "Oh, he's going to hit him on the chin. Whoever can land." Yeah, that is probably the best way that he can win because he's not going to beat Tyson Fury on points. Not a chance. His only chance is to knock him out. And if Deontay Wilder couldn't knock him out, I find it very hard to see how Anthony Joshua can knock him out. But I feel it's a bridge too far for him. If he couldn't beat Usyk, and like I said to you, Tyson Fury is a bigger version of Usyk. Not the same style, but as tricky and as awkward, and with a really high-class boxing game. He's got the pedigree. The pedigree's there. And no disrespect to Joshua. He hasn't got the pedigree of them two. He hasn't got it. And he'll be honest. He's got to be honest with it.
Yeah, but that's not Andy Joshua's fault that he hasn't got the pedigree.
No, it's not. And he's done really, really well for what limited experience he has. He's from the channel. And you got to give it to him for what he's achieved in a short space of time. He has really put the sport, Britain's boxing, on the map.
Yeah, but ridiculous.
Not him on his own, but he has been a big part of it. You understand?
Right. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $2. He says, don't forget Otto Wallin gave Tyson Fury a hard fight. Otto Wallin was a southpaw. Otto Wallin cut him badly as well in that fight. I believe if that fight was anywhere else, that would have been stopped. If Tyson Fury was anybody else, that fight would have been stopped.
I understand that, and he's probably right, but he didn't get stopped, and Otto Wallin didn't win. So, you know, I understand where he's coming from with that, but I also say that if Otto Wallin was Deontay Wilder, he would have took him more serious. I don't think he took him that serious. He can't get up for them fights. He couldn't get up for it. That's the reason why Tyson wants fights that make sense.
All right, but do you think Tyson Fury could get up for Andy Joshua, seeing as Andy Joshua's lost 2 fights, and in his word, 2 fights to a middleweight? Do you think Tyson Fury could get up for Andy Joshua?
Yeah, it's 2 British heavyweights, isn't it? He's going to get up for it. He'll get up for it, 1,000,000%, because he's always saying he's going to beat that big dosser bodybuilder, doesn't he? So, and I think he'll make it easy. I really does. I think he makes it easy. My personal opinion. Not because I am a Tyson Fury man. Don't care what anybody says. Yeah, I'm backing Joshua. I mean Tyson Fury. I'm backing him. So no matter what anybody says, yeah, I'm not going to turn against him just because I don't work with him. I'm good friends with him. Understand? And not because I'm good friends with him, I'm backing him. I'm backing him because I'm a boxing trainer and I see what he does better than all of them.
So what does Tyson Fury do that is so much better than all the rest of them?
What he does is, for me, he's clever. He beats you before, half the time he's beat you before you even got in the ring. And he's got a very good IQ, boxing IQ, good movement, good range, and he keeps you off balance and he'll go. And he's always got you thinking he's going to throw something. They go, pop, 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 pop. So he's keeping you off balance all the time. And you wouldn't believe how long that man's arms are. It's very hard to get to. It's very hard to get to, I'm not saying that. Listen, it's not something that it's impossible for Anthony Joshua to win, but the chances are slim and none for me. You know. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think he wins?
Do I think who? Do I think? I think right now, like I said, Anthony Joshua has to leave no stone unturned. And right now, with what I see with Anthony Joshua, I think there's a lot of stones that he needs turning.
I
You know what I mean? That's what I believe.
Yeah, I think that it's the wrong time for him to take this fight right now. I don't know why anybody on his team would want to take this fight after his last performance. And not so much his last performance, what happened after the fight. So for me, he needs to sit down and rebuild and reevaluate what he wants to do with his career. Because if he goes and take this fight now and he gets turned over badly, it could be serious problems for him mentally. Understand? I'm not saying that. I just don't think it's the right thing for him because he kicked off in the ring last time and everyone says, oh, he's all right. But for him to do that, and Anthony Josh is a man that's under control all the time, for him to lose control like that, I feel there's definitely a, how can I put it? A problem. I think he's got a problem. Might be just a blip, but I think for a man that's always kept himself in check, for him to kick off like that, and it wasn't chucking belts and fighting his corner man and things like that. You can see that it was a little bit like, how can I put it? I was supposed to win. I've trained hard. Why am I win?
There's just put a question. That's a really good question. Do you think AJ would ever approach Peter Fury to train him? No, I don't think he'd ever approach. But I don't think he would. But I remember.
Do you know what though?
Go on.
If he had do you know what? Tyson Fury would approach Robert McCracken just for the crack. You know what I mean? He would, because he'd play mind games on him like that. Now, he should have approached him for the USEC fight. That's what he should have done. At least he knows that style, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because that's how he started. That's how he changed his style. That's how he changed Tyson's style. Well, Tyson was standing there. Now he's got his toes moving in and out, pop, 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 moving it. That's what Peter brought to the table, you know. But I think should he get for Tyson? That would be funny, though, would it? I don't think Peter would even take the job on. I don't think he'd take the job on. I think he needs to go back to Robert.
You think?
I think, me personally, I'd go back to Robert because he knows Robert. Robert knows him, and he's done the best for him all the way through his career. I don't know why he's left him. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm sure it's not something that can't be fixed.
You know what? I'm going to keep this thing 100. I don't think you should go back to Robert McCracken.
You know?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to tell you why. Simply because of the relationship that they had, and it's been broken. And in boxing, there's lots of egos, as you know. And I think that, because I don't think Robert McCracken's even spoken to Joshua. And I think...
Let me explain why I say that. Because he's picking until he picks shit. Understand?
Yeah, so, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
At least go back to what you know. And you know it worked, for you. Yeah. He has to go back cap in hand and say, oh, sorry, I should have stayed. Understand? But this time in his career, he can't be picking people that he's not sure about. Understand? That don't understand him. Robert knows him inside out. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. No other reason than he knows the products. He knows what he's working with. He knows what makes him work. He knows what makes him sing. So people say, don't go back to Robert. Me personally, if I was him, because He's only
No,
picking. He's only
it's
picking
not. It's
people.
not. It's not because of the fact that because Robert knows him and all the rest of it. Yeah. Big up, Shiesty. She says, "I didn't even know Tyson could fight. I didn't even know Fury could fight Southpaw. All my days. What if he comes out and fights AJ like that to give him even more difficulty for F sake?" And I'm telling you that now. Tyson's a problem. But as much as I'm saying Tyson's a problem, yeah. You remember when Fury sparred with Joshua when Joshua was a little youth?
Yeah.
You heard about that, yeah?
Yeah.
And then Tom Pop Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
right? This is by Tyson Fury's own admissions, right? When Tundi was talking about this roadman science,
Yeah.
that my man needs to go back and
Go ghetto on him.
yeah, right? Because I'm telling you this now, yeah.
If he believes, he has to believe that he's to go back and have some man round him. Understand? Because
Brother, with me and Tundi always speak about this every week on the show. You know what I mean? And I'm saying this now. He needs some roadman around him that's saying, listen, it's some bad boyism. I'm not talking like, roadman in your camp. I'm talking roadman in your corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, who can shake him up and say, Bridget, it's time for lick off a boy head.
Yeah.
Right?
Get real with the brother.
Yeah. If he can have that, then I think, and they could properly seep down into his cerebral consciousness and subconsciousness, then I think Andy Joshua is going to be a problem for anybody, including Tyson Fury. Right? I think Andy Joshua could go back and beat Usyk if he had that, but it's easier said than done because even to the thing like when he was talking to him, he said, "Right, but I'm bigger than you, brother." That is even more showing me that, like when you was talking earlier, that there's certain men who are infused in boxing from when they come out their mother's womb. I keep on saying, Tyson Fury come out his mom's belly with boxing gloves on, you know.
Yeah, mate.
You know what I mean? So when you got those kind of man, thank you very much, Mind Mastery, right? When you've got those men around you, just like when you said, I said, well, who should win? You said yourself, Tundi. I'm telling you this now, yeah? Thank you very much for the $5, Alexander Wilson. Ronnie Shields said that AJ wants to work on his own terms instead of his trainers. He was like, how do you improve staying in a comfort zone? And that is very serious because what I realize is this, right? And this is no disrespect to AJ or his guys, them, because I got bare love for them, man. Yeah. Right? But what I realize, like AJ, he's at this time now, everything that he's amassed and everything else, that to me, that seems like man are frightened to tell you certain things. That's what it seems like to me.
You see what, yeah? It's all right.
He should come to man like you or Tundi, because I know you two.
It's 20 minutes up the road from me.
All right then. Because you want business to speak your mind.
Yeah, that's my problem sometimes. but like I said, I will say it how I see it. I'm a boxing teacher. I'm not a boxing trainer. I teach boxing. I think he's got some boxing trainers there. Understand? You need somebody that's going to teach him and make him understand what you do in certain situations. He's already been there, but I think everybody knows how to train a dog, don't they? So you know what? He's got to be happy with what he's got around him. He needs to, for me, like you said, keep it 100. He needs some black men around him to tell him, and that's not a racist statement in the slightest. So, but you think that Tyson hasn't got his traveling men around him. He's got them around him. You understand? So it's not just people are comfortable with certain people around him. Understand? He's got his brothers, he's got his mates. They're all travelers. Understand? He's got his people around him. Now, he's got his brother. He's got his security guy.
Benga. His cousin.
He's got KD. That's about it. That's been around him. Like I said, and he has. Listen, if you go back to his past, he knows what I'm talking about. Go back to his past. He doesn't have to go back and do what he did in his past. He just has to go back and be himself. Understand? Because I think he's a corporate machine, and I think that's playing a bit of a toll on him because he's had to change and be something he's not. And like my mum, our late mothers would say, if you want to be different, be yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's never changed. He's always been himself. Like him or lump him now it's turned round where he's the most loved man heavyweight out there now. Understand?
Crazy, isn't it? Because
Mad.
you know what? And that has been because Tyson Fury has been himself.
All the time.
Right? Yeah. He's been himself. I think what's happened with Anthony Joshua has been more of a fact where he is become so corporate. So when you look at Anthony Joshua now, Anthony Joshua is a corporation. So Anthony Joshua knows. I'm going to break this one down quite simple. Like Anthony Joshua knows that there's certain things that Tyson Fury could get away with that he could never get away with.
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember when Tyson Fury playing like Morgan Heritage, singing it down by the river?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Playing Crucial Robbie, Proud to Be Black. Tyson Fury and Ben Davison were playing that tune, singing it louder, nodding their head to it like, yeah. Anthony Joshua could never do that because he knows like sometimes, what was it? Winston Churchill said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. So sometimes we can perpetuate like we can't do certain things, right? Because you're
getting backlash from it. Just like
you're so trying to. I'm just saying to man, just be yourself. And maybe, just maybe, what we're seeing with Anthony Joshua is him actually being himself. This is him being himself. But I beg to differ on certain things because I'm saying like Tundi keep on saying, look, he needs to come round some ghetto man and do this thing like Rocky Tree. You know what I mean? And go down in the hood.
Listen,
I told Tundi, if he comes to the hood, he's going to get robbed.
Listen, he'll be saying, listen, imagine me turn up in his corner, yeah, against Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Or me and Tundi turn up in there and they say, right then, he's going to have to rethink it. Tyson wouldn't be bothered about it, but everybody else around would be going,
Of course he would be.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I'm glad you listen, right? I'm just saying this like
I said to Benga last week.
Unfortunately with Anthony Joshua, wait there, what's that? Baseman 1000, Lennox Lewis always had roadman around him. He always went into the ring to broke up jawbones. And that's the truth. When Lennox Lewis used to come out fighting, he's playing Bob Marley, you know. Right?
Crazy bumper.
And he's skanking. If he's not playing Bob Marley, he's
James Brown.
All right then. You know what I mean? But when he walked to the ring, he was like, yeah. And you could feel the vibe. You know what I mean?
I can't believe that Anthony Joshua has not took any advice from him.
From Lennox Lewis?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
And Lennox Lewis has got bare love for everybody. You know what I mean?
All right. Because the thing about it is this. I remember when Tyson Fury used to cuss Lennox Lewis regular. Yeah. Right? Say the most outlandish stuff about Lennox. But you know what? He still take himself to pick up the phone and get little points from him. After he won the world title against Klitschko in November of 15. Yeah, November 15.
Yeah.
He picked up the phone. What was that, the 28th of November, innit? I remember that's when you come to Sky and we did the toe-to-toe together.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Pick up the phone, still talk to Lennox to get his pointers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still did that, you know? All right, then. So, like, on certain things, like, we got
Some people can think the big... Listen, like I said to you, I pointed it out. Starting from 19 and starting from 7 and 8 are two different... Especially top kids.
But this is... even though you're saying that, but for the accomplishment what Anthony Joshua's done, he started at 19. Brother, that is...
Absolutely unbelievable.
Brother, if not, no one can't tell me that God ain't real, you know. Because all I got to do is look at the success of Anthony Joshua.
Top me out to him, mate. Top me out to Anthony Joshua. Because what he's done, and But he's up with the elites of this sport. Understand? The real elites, and that's where he's getting found out. Understand? This is where he's coming short. Understand? He's coming short, and I don't think he knows. I don't think whether he knows whether to box or to fight. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. Me personally, I'd be telling him not to take this fight if you want some longevity left in your career. Take a few more fights, couple more fights, and then go for it. At least find the team that you're happy with before you go into this. I don't care. You're not going to bring anybody out. It's like, how can I put it? You know when you cash in someone in, cash him in. Don't cash him in. He doesn't need to be cashed in. He's not like he's doing it for the money. So he's got bundles in the bank. So he doesn't need to take this fight right now. This fight can happen next year. He doesn't have to take it December. He can take it next April. Understand? That's my personal opinion. I don't think it makes no sense. It makes business sense. Yeah. It makes money sense, but it doesn't make any career longevity sense. Because if he gets beat again 3 on the trot, he's as good as done, isn't he? He's good.
Yeah.
He's good as done.
Yeah.
And why didn't Canelo go straight back and box Bivol?
Because he knows.
He knows. He's not stupid. And you can't. Your management teams needs to be a little bit more cleverer than what they're being. Don't be brave for him. Understand?
Yeah, but we're talking about his management team. I want to know who his management team, because I know that Robert ain't there now. So who's his boxing man talking on his behalf for his boxing?
Freddie Cunningham.
We know about boxing.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
He goes and gets sponsorship.
He's a business manager. You don't know nothing about boxing. You could never in your life try to talk to me about boxing.
Barry Earn should be telling him, don't be stupid. Not yet. Barry Earn and Eddie Earn should be telling him, don't do this fight yet. He's not even, like I said, what they've done, they've pushed him into a corner to make him look like he's not. Everybody knows that it's time I've boxed you next year. I don't need to box you now. I can box you next year. If you want to retire, retire. But his fight's always going to be there. He needs to be a man and say, listen, I'm not ready for you right now, but I will be ready for you with the next 5 months. And he's done. He hasn't even got a team. He's not even got a training team. He's got rid of Garcia. Yeah, he's got rid of Garcia. I think Angel Fernandez, that job was too big for him.
Listen. No, and the next thing is this, yeah? I'm not dissing Angel Fernandez because you're trying your thing. I'm not knocking you. But check this one out. You have not personally trained a youth from scratch to win a Southern Era title, but you're playing as a head man in the corner for Anthony Joshua? Brother, shut up, man. And the thing about it is this. I'm not hiding from that, because if I saw you on the road, I would tell you that as well.
Same thing.
I'll tell you that in your face. One thing, you're not free to out my mind.
Job was too big for him. Training one
way
thing.
Too big.
But like again, there you go. Angel's my trainer. But there's no experience in that corner. I mean, listen, it looked like Robert Garcia came over and brought all his family over for an holiday. You understand? That's what it looked like to me. But I'll get paid. I'm going to have to be work with him for 6 weeks. And now he's not there. Got bundles of dough. You understand? And then chips. That's what I'm saying. Some people, it's not about, for me, he's never trained any heavyweights, Garcia. Never had any. Never trained a black fighter. And people might think I keep talking about his black-white, but he's never trained a black fighter. He doesn't know how to, you know? And you say it's a little bit different. No, it is different. It is different. It is different. You might not think it is. Unless you're in the gyms, you might understand. And people might say, oh, black, white. It's nothing to do with, it's to do with cultures. And how can you transfer what you're trying to get across to him? You can tell him in roadman terms, or you can tell him in school class terms. Understand?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to bring some parliamentary procedure.
Go on, parliamentary procedure. Go on, Eubanks.
to the dance.
Can we have some parliamentary procedure?
Yes, it's been great listening to the two of you, sir, but we don't want to turn this into a racial show.
It's not.
But you're making some fantastic points, and I agree with a lot of them. I'm not really here to give a comment on this show. This is Spencer's show.
No, and neither. Listen, I just want to hear what Clifton had to say.
But it's been great listening to the both of you, and Clifton, you make some great points.
Remarkable points.
You know,
I've got a lot of sound bites here, so you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to doing the shorts on this one.
Like I said to you, it's not a racial comment that I'm making. Listen, my missus is a white Irish.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Exactly.
So I think anyone will be silly to think we're being racist. It's been a racist.
It's a culture. It's a culture thing.
It's a culture, and I like what you said. How Tyson Fury has his man around him. You know, people that he grew up with. But you know, I'm listening to this whole conversation objectively. I say to myself, has it got to a stage where Anthony Joshua is in a position so big now that he really can't make the decisions which he may have had in his heart from day one? You know, I'll put that out to you, Cliff, first.
I think you're probably right there. Or he's stubborn. He just wants to do it his way. No, nobody tells me what to do. I'll do it my way. I'm in charge. I can do what I want. That type of attitude.
Well, that's what Ronnie Shields says. Ronnie Shields says, like, Joshua wants to do his own thing. He doesn't want to come in the comfort zone. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think he needs to broaden his horizon. He went around. Listen, I don't know why he didn't go with. He went to America and went with. What's his?
Virgil Hunter.
Virgil Hunter. Now, not everybody is going to be for you. Understand? You can go in gyms now. It doesn't. But he went all the way. Went over there, trained with this guy, trained with that guy, and come back. No, with Danny Garcia.
Can I ask a question? I know everyone's talking about the change of teams and everything like that, but can we all agree that AJ's last performance was better than the one prior?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but there's better and there's better. Understand? As in, like, it was better, yeah, but not much better. Really, understand? What was his trick? What was he getting caught to do? Keep his hands up a bit higher and walk him down. Walk, stop. Walk, stop. Walk, stop. Every time he stopped, what did the kid do? Just move. Not hard. It's not hard, is it? Come on, Tunde. It wasn't hard to work out what he was going to do, and he didn't do. He worked harder and he tried harder. I'm not disputing that, but it wasn't really anything different, much different from the first fight. Understand? Just tried a bit harder. There was no different tactics really, apart from keeping his hands out.
Big up Paul L Finance, AJ and his brothers around him, Spencer Ferron, Don Charles, Tunde Ajayi, Buddy McGirt, Lennox Lewis, U5 man.
I mean, you know, in our camp, Cliff, everyone has been taught to the best place to look is in the mirror, the man in the mirror, and I think that so many people are making suggestions of what AJ should do and where he should go. Shouldn't we be asking him to look at himself?
Exactly.
Because I think you can get to a stage where you're saying go here, go there, go blah, blah. But at what point is a man gonna look himself in the mirror and say, bro, all these men are telling me do this, do that, but you know what? I ain't listening to them. I'm just gonna go in there and rock it out. Go back to my natural instinct. And this is what I was saying from before. Because listen, it could be Buddy McGirt in there, it could be
makes no difference who's in the corner. It
doesn't make no difference in the corner. Everything starts with self.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah. But you have to have that man round you for you to believe.
Wait.
Adam Beanie said Joshua could have Black Panthers in his corner and Martin Luther King. He ain't beating Fury.
no. But you know what? You made a great point there. As much as we want to joke about it, I think the people around you are always, not sometimes, always a reflection of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As if mom said, show me a friend and I'll show you who you are.
Yep.
Always a reflection of yourself. And I feel that, we said it before, we know AJ, we're friends of AJ. And I think it's that soul searching moment. And I don't feel that he's been allowed the time to soul search. All this rush thing, the man just is coming off a serious defeat. And
Sunday.
he's not even being given time.
Trying to rush him into a big fight like this.
Sunday.
They're not even giving him time to rest, relax, rejuvenate, recuperate.
Oh, we can get it back. We can get it. It's like a gambler, isn't it? Thinking that he can get the money back. Get it back. Keep going.
Because sometimes that's all it may take. This young man, and I keep saying this young man has been carrying British boxing on his shoulders since 2012.
That's 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a fact. So I wouldn't be one. I'm just not one to go around judging this brother or saying what. I just think that he literally, as you said, Clifton, he needs a man around him where he can just sit, chat, and just cool. But this is the point I made right as I came in was, has it got to a stage in his career where it's just too late, bro?
You know what? I think when you're talking about men around you, yeah, I'll give you another example. Naz. Yeah?
I remember I used to work with him. He was everywhere.
Right. So
I remember he was doing that little buck dancing thing in the background for him.
Yeah. All right. Chill out, mate. Chill out, mate. All right. So what I'm saying to you is,
sell on for the money.
he had all his pals around him, all the gym man them around him. Understand? And he feed off it. Understand? I just don't think he's feeding off anything around him. No energy.
Yeah, but do we really know that though? For all we know, like, bro, we're just seeing AJ on the TV. Well, I'm just seeing AJ on the TV. For all I know, AJ could have his man around him. He could have certain people around, but it's not about them. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, what? Remember, Clifton's the security man,
The people that I grew up with, are not around me. You understand what I'm saying? Not because of that anything bad, but they're just not the people for the job.
You want around you. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
But you got to have some article brethren around you.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm saying that I don't know if he has or he hasn't. You guys.
Me not see them. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. And when he comes to the show and that, he's got some security men around him, bits and bobs. But like I said, you got Skins. He's no longer about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
skin out.
Yeah,
listen.
In Brock out. Never mind.
Listen, I just feel that again, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, is still in his prime. He's still a young man. He still has at least 6-7 years, good years left in the sport if he navigates himself well.
Him taking this dead entry and his next fight, he's not navigation. Understand?
I definitely agree with you in that. I just don't feel this is the fight at this time so soon after. And I think most people who haven't
would agree with it, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
but you know what I noticed with Anthony Joshua? He's a very stubborn individual, you know. If you tell him he can't do something, he's gonna say what?
Yeah.
Like the first Usyk fight, man was saying you can't outbox him, and then he just said to his man, "Watch, I'm gonna outbox him," you know, which is very. But that was the wrong thing because he come up second best. So he's very stubborn, and I know like he could be listening and say, "Boy," you know what I mean.
So what did he try and do in the second fight?
Boy, your guess is as good as mine.
Exactly. So he was in between the ideas of outboxing him and roughing him up. So he couldn't do either. But I do think, like we say, I'm not here. This is not an assassination job of Anthony Joshua in the slightest. All I'm saying is that if he boxes Tyson Fury and gets absolutely wiped out, that's him done.
Yeah, and it is an if. It's boxing. I'm not. That's what I'm trying to say. We're all waxing lyrical about Tyson Fury, but
No, Clifton Mitchell is, because Clifton Mitchell
I'm a
nearly got
Tyson
a
Fury man.
knockout and
Well,
could have got.
I think most of the people that you ask probably have the same view. But what I know is that this is heavyweight boxing, and you know,
Anything can happen.
anything can happen. Anthony Joshua ain't no old decrepit brother. He's a young man. He's a young man. He's back in the gym.
All I'm saying is that while we carried on in the ring in his last fight,
Yes.
I don't think he's mentally right just yet to be taking that fight.
I don't think. Sorry, carry on, Cliff. Sorry.
And I think that he needs to find his team. You can't go into a fight with Tyson Fury when you've not even got your training team sorted out, right? He might have, but what's he going to use? Angel Fernandez for this fight? Sorry for him. Sorry for him. I just don't think. No, listen, I want it to be one of the best heavyweight fights of all time. Yeah, where they're both at it and they're both giving it the 100%. But right about now, I just don't think he's in the right frame of mind to be taking this fight. And if anybody thinks that he is, that's up to them. I'm not saying that Anthony Joshua can't win. I just think it's a very, 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 very tall order.
Well, listen, nobody thought Buster Douglas would beat Mike Tyson, but he's still done it. So I just
come off
February of 1990. What a win!
Yeah,
you understand.
The same weekend that Nelson Mandela got let out of jail.
I'm not getting tricked by this thing here. I'm. It's not as though I'm backing anyone per se because I don't train any of them, but I just feel that I know we're all talking about this mental issue. Old tight again, another fan of the show, Akramuddin Zawain. AJ needs to empty his cup. To empty your cup, you have to throw out your opinions and submit to your teacher. If AJ is not going to submit, he won't beat Fury. Even Alexander the Great submitted to his teacher. 140 ZAR equals $8 USD. Come on. Thank you
for that. Thank you very much.
You knew that, didn't you?
Dwayne.
Sunday, you knew what it was.
Come on, it's money. It's money. you know where the money went around there.
Come on.
But yeah. You know, I mean, in closing, because I know Spence was again. I know Cliff, you're a busy man. You know, the missus wants her TV back.
No, she's gone upstairs to watch upstairs now.
You see, I told you the house is big, but you got bare TVs in every house, in every room.
Set, man. None of them work. I've got, hey, yo, don't do. I've got no TV license.
A rich man like yourself. But anyway, suffice to say, you know, I think everyone's split on opinion with this fight. A lot of people feel that Anthony Joshua shouldn't take a fight. A lot of people think he should take the fight. You know, it's an ideal time. People feel it's an ideal time for Fury. People feel it could be an ideal time for AJ because, I mean, we're all talking about Tyson Fury getting AJ where he wants. It could be the foot could be on the other shoe, or was it the shoe on the other foot? Yeah. It could be a fight where AJ was trying to make the fight for all these years. He's had these 2 losses, and now he gets the fight he really wanted for time. Because we're not talking about. We all know AJ could have taken any fight. It's just that he's a kid of that magnitude. He's got that drawing
power. He
wants
the biggest fight.
It's a massive draw. Thank you very much, Pterodactyl, for your £10. Throw that one up on the screen, please, Ton. Yeah, Pterodactyl, thank you again. Angel made a decision picking coaches. He chose who he likes and chose Garcia, obviously due to language. Angel couldn't manage Black American coach. Garcia hired for half job, payday. So, all right, that's, you know what I mean?
Interesting.
I would say, I'm gonna agree that it was more to do with the similarity that they're both Hispanic. Yeah, and he would feel comfortable with another Hispanic man. Listen.
He's not the one that's fighting.
Yeah, that's what I was definitely
saying. He's not the one that's fighting, but he felt more comfortable.
Yes,
With
we
him
said,
backside.
we said this.
Oh,
We
what
said
is-
this.
Listen. There you go already. From my man's told him that. Oh, it's a Hispanic thing together. One, can't you speak English?
Mm.
Well, that makes sense. If he doesn't speak, but he does speak English. He does speak English. So what's he saying? Oh yeah, there you go again. There you go. Yeah, you've just hit the nail on the head. He's gone with somebody that speaks his language. Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't AJ go with somebody that speaks his language?
Yeah, I hear that. That's a great point.
Interesting.
That's a great point.
Pterodactyl, thank you very much for your £2 exactly. Big up yourself. Love for that. You know what? I'm gonna end this in closing because like I was only meant to do half an hour, but you know what I mean, we got in like we was
It
like
took half
5
an hour
minutes.
to get me to get out the dark, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Talking about that as well. You know what I mean, just light a candle and get out of that. What's that? That's a Bentley you got there, innit?
No. Just no. I had to get Miss to clean up first before I come in the house.
Oh, okay.
I dropped me around, man.
I know because you be sleeping on the sofa tonight.
Standard.
But yeah, thank you so much, Clifton Mitchell.
No, thank you for having me on, mate.
Former fighter, former European title challenger, manager, trainer, promoter, and head of security for all of the big fights. But me, as an editor, and I give you back your contract.
Tell Eddie and bought him Barty Crease.
All right, cool. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. I've listened to 3/4 of the show, and I just come on for these last 10 minutes. But you know, the knowledge of Clifton Mitchell, it has to be respected. He's a man who's been with Tyson. He's cornered Tyson Fury. You know, he's been in boxing a long time. Former fighter, a great guy, and it's been another great show, Spence.
Yeah. You know what? Just thankful in the midweek. We just thought we'd just touch on things just to go do bits. I'm glad that Clifton came on. Glad that you shared your experiences. I'm glad that you broke down the how can I put it? The cultural awareness of the boxing. I'm glad that you
have to, and we're not going to go back into it. But like I said, you know, most important thing, your listeners, all them that are listening, you know, this is not a black against white thing. It is a culture thing. Understand? And it's just a bit of a culture that might have helped him. It doesn't mean it would have helped him. It might have helped him. It doesn't fix it till you try it. You know what I mean? Try it. Might work.
You know me. I love a little fight, and I know I'm not meant to be on this show today, but John Lennon Jr., you need to explain to me what you're saying, because you're saying, firstly, you're not speaking English, because I speak English. I got a Nigerian name, but I speak English. So Tundi, me get man frustration is one of you people's, one of you Yardie man, Clifton and Spencer.
Yeah, man.
But new mash up the brother publicly. Now, bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even understand that.
I don't know what you're talking about. So unless you're coming with some clear, concise language, don't come with no brother, me, new, brother thing. I'm not on it. So please, let me know what you're saying, because I can answer.
It might be a smallie.
I can answer any question that's thrown at me articulately, and I can fire back in a roadway that you want me to fire back. Okay, it don't really matter with me, but just let me know what you're talking about, because I'm not here to bash anyone. I just don't believe in that. But what I do believe is people being allowed to give their opinions, and freely give their opinions. Whether I like it, you like it, or Mr. Around the Corner likes it. We've got to be able to speak, and this is what the Fight Is Right is. We've always been like that from the start, from the induction of this program, and I feel that's why so many people tune in. Man, them that you ain't watching are watching. So no one ain't blasting at anyone publicly. And if you're talking about Anthony Joshua, you know I'm always
bare love for him. I've got bare love for him.
The young man. We want him to win. Sometimes you just
Clifton though. Clifton's a Tyson Fury man.
No, but sometimes you just can't win because a man's
all I'm saying to him is if he wants a better chance of winning, don't take it next.
Yes, I get you. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not burning up my energy firing against you, man, because I'm studying. I'm working. Don't worry about that. So
what are you doing? Banking.
Don't ask me no questions.
Banking.
Don't ask me no question. I
You know
won't
what?
say
Let me tell you
lies.
this. Let me tell you this. Clifton, when I used to work with Tundi used to come to the gym with briefcase, you know.
Oh my God! With sandwiches in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, been a great, what's it? Almost 1.5 hours spent. So
Yeah.
Hey, listen. That's gone quick, mate. It's gone quick.
Yeah,
And listen,
me.
thank you for having me on your
Clifton
show.
Mitchell, keep on doing what you're doing. I see you out there. I was very impressed with Sandy Ryan, your fighter, the other night.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, just keep on doing what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, Tundi weren't even meant to jump on it, but my Wi-Fi was playing up. And then Tundi's sending me bare abusive texts. I said, listen, I'm snapshotting these and posting them out. This,
Oh, that's
I
what
mean-
you know. Them bubbles. That's what I like sometimes.
Clifton, bro, you need to mind your tongue, you know. Your tongue's dangerous. You know why you can talk like this? Because you made your money, bro. You made your money. You made your money. Man's still on the come up, so I gotta be careful how I talk on the.
Mate, I wish I was taking. No, I'm going to keep out of this. Listen, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Bro,
And I'll let you to ring. I'll let you ring.
Mac from Desmond's.
I see this, all this Caribbean bullying gas going on right now.
Oh.
Balfour, you asked his Joe Ghanaian. Yes, he's a British-born Ghanaian. Very excited.
Let me tell you this now. You see that Tundi's I ain't even talking.
I haven't trained no one. I haven't
What?
trained no one in almost 10 years.
Tundi,
Other than Andy,
Tundi has got the new John the Beast Mugabe.
Let's hope.
Yeah?
Let's hope.
1,000,000%. 1 million, not even new. He's surpassed John Mugabe because Mugabe weren't disciplined. This shoe's disciplined. I'm telling you this now.
I've seen John the Beef Mugabe box at the Brixton Academy in 1993 against Eubanks boxer kid. What's his name? The model that was
Gary Stretch was on that as well. Alan Lacey promoted that show, and remember, Alan Lacey famously jumped out the window and never paid no one. And your Brendan Ingle was helping out the fighters and giving them money. I remember Ambrose Mendy was involved in that show as well.
He's the one that was. He's one of the first shows where they was playing music in the venue.
Yep. And I remember that because they had it up on the stage. This was 1993. And I remember leaving because I was working then as well. I mean, I remember leaving work. I was working in an accounts office. I was leaving work. I went straight to the fight to watch the boxing. And I remember that because who was it? It was Kid Milo that John the Beat.
Was on.
Kid Milo, you see? Yeah, memory, innit? Kid, you see? Kid Milo. Them times, certain man, Kevin Lucian was on that show as well.
Kid Milo.
You might sound like them old Jamaican man in the bookie shop talking about the days gone by.
Tundi, them times you weren't involved in boxing, so you can't enter this conversation.
Mum was on road, isn't it?
It's not how long you've been in something.
I don't care, Tundi. I don't.
In the time that you've
it's
been
the only way I can wind up Tundi. But I always tell Tundi, like, you just come in boxing the other day, winds him up, you know. It's like that bloody Jamaican.
Tundi, next time I see you, bring me some jollof.
yeah, trust me, we got that.
Yeah, man, no, you got that, man.
When I saw you at the O2, would have took you to my cousin's restaurant, very famous.
I need to go, man. I need to go next
down
time.
at Oakham Road, but it's all good. Tintin, he said, Tundi, I hope you realize you are popular in China. Yeah, I have to go down there.
Is that where you're getting your trainers from and your tops?
Say that again, mate.
Is that where you get your trainers and tops from?
Nah, that's you, man. That's you, man. But let's not start the racial divide. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Join us for the watch along this Saturday. Gennady, we might even do a breakdown on Friday or Thursday.
We might have to.
Ways to win, but we'll be back for the watch along. Gennady Golovkin or Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin, the trilogy, Saturday night, live on The Fight Is Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we end as we always start by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Big up, big up. Peace, 2 fingers. We out. Big up, Clifton Mitchell.
Bless.